What's going on? Hello. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Wake up, get your cake up. Now, let's get into the proceedings. We talked about the all-W defensive team last night. Some may agree, some may not. I basically said what I said, and I'm stand by it. Last night showed you that there's levels to this. That whole game from watching, I rewatched it like 3 times. Because I watched 3 quarters. Then I watched 3 quarters again, and then I went to sleep, woke up. Then I watched the 4th quarter, went to sleep, watched the whole game again. And everything was going what I was saying needed to go. Satu came out firing on all cylinders, and this is what I was saying. It's mental with Satu. If Satu doesn't see her shot going early, you're not going to get that type of Satu the rest of the game. DeWanna Bonner came off the bench, drew some fouls, got to the line. That's DeWanna Bonner's whole spill. Like, if she could get to the line, that gets her into a rhythm. You've heard Showtime tell you plenty of times about Paul George, about Rickea Jackson. They got to get to a free throw line to see the ball go in to get their rhythm going. Once their rhythm gets going, they're very tough to defend. Nalissa Smith gave you nothing really. Dana Evans fouled out of the game. Everyone is trying to claim that Dana Evans is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Dana Evans is playing in the role that she's great at. You don't build around a 5'6" guard. I don't know why people think you could just do that. That's not smart. And if you do, you have to have a lot of wings or a lot of length around them to cover up for their size. So she fouled out because DeWanna Bonner got her in foul trouble. Jackie Young had a decent game. She was okay. Chelsea hit some shots here and there. But A'ja Wilson, my goodness. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what anybody talk about. A'ja Wilson is the greatest women's basketball player of all time. I don't want to hear it. Ain't no damn Jackie Young MVP of the finals. No. It is A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson put on a clinic last night. And every time I looked at A'ja's body language, I was like, oh man, they finna win this game. Like, even when Phoenix went on that crazy hot run in the 4th quarter to cut the game down, A'ja still was unbothered. This is why I love watching the game by myself. I ain't gotta hear nobody or see nobody in the chat talking. I actually watch the game. I do this when I'm doing football or watching football or regular men's basketball. Like, I notice things that a lot of other people don't notice. Nate Tibbetts, here's the issue. Nate Tibbetts is not, to me, a good coach. And here's why. He didn't trust going to certain people on his bench. I can't think of the girl's name. I think her name's Kiana. I would have tried to give her a go. I would have tried to give West Bell a little more burn, even though that might have not helped. I would have came up with a better defensive scheme on how to contain A'ja Wilson. You're not going to stop A'ja Wilson. This is why when people was talking about AB last series, I'm like, AB's overrated. She is not no defender like that. Y'all see her bully the little centers like Lena Smith or somebody who's really a forward, but her length makes her a 5. And y'all see her bully her and y'all think, okay, this is somebody. Again, like I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all again. You have to read the room. You have to see what's going on out there. You have to understand how the game is transpiring. The Aces had this game under lock. When they started calling the fouls in the fourth quarter, getting people in foul trouble, like Melissa was in foul trouble the whole game, Dana fouled out. You had to go with Nye, you had to go with Gustafsson, you had to go with different players. However, Asia Wilson stayed consistent. DeWanna Bonner got destroyed. She got destroyed. There was no way she could have stopped her. She wasn't even able to move Asia off of her spots. And even at the end of the game, you heard Asia say, I didn't really see anybody in front of me. I just shot the shot. I had to make it. Alyssa Thomas guarding Chelsea Gray, to me, was dumb as hell. Alyssa Thomas should have been guarding Asia Wilson, and you should have sent help. You should have sent help either weak side at times. Whenever she catches, that's when you need to send the help. Now, with her being a great passer, you kind of got to hesitate. So when you get up on Asia Wilson, you don't want Asia getting to her spots. You don't want to get there. You want to try to front her. You want to try to put your arm on her. You want to try to move her. Getting physical ain't going to help because Asia's strong. Asia loves physicality as well. So that's not going to work. So you have to change the defensive schemes. You're going to have to go to a zone. You're going to have to go to a trap at times. You're going to have to send help from the weak side. You literally said, DeWanna Bonner, go out there and take Asia out the game. Tibbetts, are you freaking insane? Are you freaking insane? Why would you put DeWanna Bonner, who is the size of a pencil, on Asia Wilson? That's not going to tire Asia Wilson out. And then some of the times when Asia was out, I needed Kalea Copper to step up. Kalea Copper played the worst game I've ever seen of a supposed franchise player. I'm starting to believe, man, there's not a lot of franchise players out here. There's not a lot of superstars out here. Some players are better in their role as the co-star. Like Kalea Copper's a co-star, but the person who's supposed to be the big bully and be the best player turned out to be a role player. She was being a role player all night. She didn't even take the challenge of going at Asia. And that's the thing that get on my nerves. You didn't even take the challenge. Why you didn't take the challenge, Alyssa? And then you gonna yell at everybody else. What you yelling at everybody else for? What the hell did you do? Like, what did you do? That was one of the most disappointing games I've seen from AT in a long time. AT came up small. I needed AT to manage the game, control the game. Like, I needed her to be LeBron James, control, manage the game. And then in the fourth quarter, I needed Kai Copper to be my Kyrie Irving, or to be my Ray Allen, to be my D Wade, or be my Anthony Davis, or I needed that from Kalea Copper. That's what I was saying on Stars Hoop Central. A lot of people not going to understand it, but I was just saying it. Like, look, Satu needs to get going early. And then Kalea Copper needs to start getting in a rhythm. So when the fourth quarter comes, boom, she going to explode. She didn't. She was quiet. After she got that ball passed to her, cut into the basket, I don't know how many other shots she shot after that. So again, Nate Tibbetts, your rotations were trash. Now, Satu did get hurt down the stretch. That kind of messed it up because Sammy had to play. I do not like Sammy Whitcomb in for them to go against the Aces because she's too small. She's not quick enough. And her shot, she can't get her 3-ball off this series. It's too much length. And I'm talking about wingspans. So again, Phoenix came out soft as hell. Y'all were supposed to send a message to the Aces to let them know, look, we here now. Now what? Y'all ain't even do that. Y'all allowed the Aces to come into your house, slap your mama, go in the fridge and make a big ass sandwich, kick your dad out the big chair and watch Golden Girls. And then they told your dad to go grab a beer before you get slapped again. Where was the pride last night? There was no pride from Phoenix. AT looked like she quit. I told y'all, AT was done when they played in game 1. She guarded Asia. Asia just rose above her and just knocked the shot down. I said, yeah, she's done. AT was mentally gone after that. Go watch it. Y'all won't think so, but she was. She was out of it, body language and all. She couldn't do what she wanted to do. Everyone's like, man, AT, go at her. AT tried to go at her. She didn't have no openings. She had no openings. There was no openings for her to go. Where was she gonna go? Where was she gonna go? Y'all telling her to go here, go there. How is she gonna go there and go to here? Asia covers ground. Asia slides her feet. Asia practices defense. Her mindset is defense because offense is easy. That's why I be trying to tell y'all offense is easier than defense. Anybody can get about 20 or 30. LeBron James don't have a bag, but LeBron could give you about 25 or 30 a night. That's easy. Just off of his generational talent. But defensively, a lot of players like a Kobe Bryant had to work on defense because he wasn't a generational talent. He was an elite talent, but he wasn't a generational talent. But he was an elite talent. He wasn't able to do some of the things that Mike did and all of that stuff. So you know what he did? He said, man, I got to work on my defense. I got to slide my feet. I got to learn how to cheat, like grab shorts or grab trunks or something. Like try to, get a little physical, get some more muscle mass on me. That's the part. That's the point. Alyssa Thomas, with her shoulders being out of whack, she's not able to shoot how she's supposed to shoot. But when she's open for that midi, she needs to take it. See, everyone talk about, oh, well, what about Draymond? Draymond can shoot the 3. He's not the greatest, but he can shoot the 3. He can knock that shot down. Especially when it gets down in the clutch, he can shoot that shot. So that keeps the defense honest on him. It keeps the defense honest. You understand? That keeps the defense honest. The defense is like bet. The defense is like bet. We gotta watch him or her. Chelsea Gray, the point guard, man, made some big plays down the stretch. She has some great active hands on defense. She's very good at the post. It's like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was the same way. Magic wasn't really a perimeter defender. Magic would guard in the paint. And he would guard in the post because he was a hell of a post defender. Magic wasn't real good on the perimeter because he would have to guard those smaller guards. So they would move Magic down some, like how James Harden does. How James Harden does It's the same thing how Magic Johnson used to be. The only difference is Magic got balls when the playoffs and big games come. James doesn't. I mean, that's the only difference. And James can shoot way better than Magic could ever think of. So can Chelsea Gray. But the thing Magic had was Magic could shoot that shot when he needed to. If you need to throw up a shot to win the game, shit, he did it. So again, the Mercury should have won game 3. They should have came out with urgency, but because of how they came out, I knew that would bite them in the ass down the line. And then Satu going out with a concussion, that really hurt them because Satu, they needed Satu. Because Satu spreads the floor. But Kalea Copper has really disappointed me. Alyssa Thomas, I know what AT is. I've been knew what AT was. I've been knew. You know, it is what it is. You know, y'all want to hype up players, that's on y'all. AT has always been like this. She did the same thing in Connecticut when she had JJ, Heidemann, and all of them. She did the same thing with Dewana, Dejanay, and all of them. She did that against Minnesota. She came up small against Minnesota. And then this year they only won because I didn't trust Minnesota because Minnesota's too soft. Their team was soft. I felt like Minnesota was better last year than this year, but they were a lot softer this year. So that's why I said, like, Minnesota can't handle physicality. Angel put the blueprint out on Fee. Not only Angel, but other players who have defended Fee. You get physical with Fee. Fee don't like physicality. She don't like to be touched. So again, y'all call these people supposed defensive player of the years and defensive players. Alyssa Thomas, I keep telling y'all, she got exposed. She got exposed. She knows she can't do that with A. I remember one point in the game, AT did something. And Asia was like, oh, what the? Asia looked right at her. Looked right at her with the eyes like, I would choke the hell out of you. Like, Asia looked dead at her. AT didn't even look at her. AT was so scared. Man, Asia got AT so shook. I told y'all. When they played during the season, the Aces dominated the Mercury. I told y'all, I said, bro, it's over. Aces in 5. Or Aces in 4 now. I said either Aces in 4 or 5 at worst. And I said that on Star Super Central. I told y'all, I don't see nothing different. Kalea Copper has disappointed me. Like, I don't care what people say. AT is who AT gonna be. But Kalea Copper's disappointed me. Kalea Copper was called the closer. She plays big in big games, which she has. But she disappeared again. She did the same shit last year with Diana Taurasi and them. Taurasi would get upset with her and tell her, man, look, kid, you got to go off. Come on. Kalea would shell up. Kalea would shell up. It's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if she got some good food in the morning. I don't know what it is. But Kalea Copper sometimes it's like Jimmy Butler. You know who she reminds me of? It's like Jimmy Butler. Like Jimmy Butler will go off and look like the best player in the world. Then the game you want him to go off in, he starts being a facilitator. He starts playing around the team. Like, I don't understand that. I'm like, dog, just dominate the ball. Just dominate. They don't do it. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. Like, seriously, I don't know what that is. So, I forgot to tell y'all to hit the like button, man. But hit the like button, share this to all platforms. If you're on your phone, hype the video up so others can come watch it. Subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Super Chat, or you could do it by Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Or you can leave a super thanks if you come after the video. Asia Wilson called game blouses.